Kia ora koutou, my name is Neen. I call myself the Joy Ninja because I cash stuff to try and create a sense of abundance on a limited income. That is Moxie, my new dog, via a friend of mine. Well, we're looking after her at the moment. Long-term loaned. So, you will have seen me count out in the tray $290. That's my regular budget minus $140 that I spent at the supermarket last night. I like to be ahead of the game and do my cash stuffing before I go, but you know, like life be lifing. Because it's the end of the month, excitingly, I do have some savings challenges to sprinkle through some of my envelopes. So let's give a count to this, because this is extra money into the budget. It's 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 320, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 410, 20, 30, 40, 55, 60, 460. So over the weeks, I try to put some money aside to do savings challenges, and when they are finished or they build up, for example, in my, if you see my Sunday savings videos or Monday savings videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. I've taken $100 out of the first $100 I've saved out of my travel binder, because that needs to go into my events envelope. $7.60 in the tray. Let's go. We always start with the envelope dividers, or the dividers for my wallet. As I already mentioned, I spent on food yesterday, so I'm going to be putting $40 in. Petrol is also going to get 40, and fun is going to get 30. This is my takeaways money. In the shopping last night, I did get a pre-cooked chicken and a bag of salad. So to me, that sort of, I've told the kids that's their takeaways. So this is actually going to go into food, which gives me a good amount to go to the market on the weekend and get some fresh veg. I've got 20, 40, 60, 70 in there. So bear with, I'll put that away. I always put aside $15. This is the allowance for the big girl. Let's throw these in the back out of the way. I'm going to count the change later. Let's get on to my revolving binder. The things that we dip in and out of frequently. Oh, and I keep forgetting. I last month moved my personal spending. I took it out of here. It's going in the wallet. That is going in the front. It's guilt-free money that I can spend on anything I like. Coffee, my mum. $5 is going on household, so I've got 20, 35, 40, and I might just condense that. I'm trying to save up some money for stuff for the garden. Next up is beauty, and I've got to put $20 in there. So 20, 30, 40, we can do a 50, can't we? This is for my next haircut, so I have 150, and I think the dog has got herself stuck in my daughter's room, so 2 ticks. I shall just go and release her. Right, I'll cut that out so it's no time to you. I was about to say thank you for your patience, but it's superfluous. Wellbeing is going to get $5. Try and save for vitamins and stuff for the kiddos. Clothing is getting $5 as well. So it has 25. We have just been spending recently on clothes, so we're building that back up. Hobbies is completely empty. I paid subs for cricket, for summer sport, for my little, so that's that. Family fun, sadly, is getting nothing. It has $50 in there. I did use some of the family money alongside the hobby money for that, for those subs. Gifts is getting nothing, but it has 15. Giving, also 15, also getting nothing. And miscellaneous has got 10. That's just a little bit of buffer for any of these kind of more regular expenses if I don't quite have enough. I am going to put aside $20 into this, and I don't have the yellow. Never mind, we're going to have purple butters. This is a little buffer or a little fund that I'm building up for myself to be able to, that's the worst colouring in the world, to be able to buy in bulk. Oh, hey, two things that I should mention. This is a giveaway video, and I want to tell you about a webinar that I went to. It's to do with finance, but we'll get to it. 20, 40, 50, 60 in there. And we'll do that. So yes, it is my birthday month. This is the last video of the, well, no, I don't want to say it's the last video of the month, but it's the last opportunity this month to put yourself in the draw to win a $50 voucher to go and spend on any of my handmade budgeting stuffs. I have a felt shop and I have a buy me a coffee shop. And I make all sorts of things. You can go and check it out. I've linked it in the description. So in order to be in the draw, it's super simple. You just have to be publicly subscribed, like this video, and then drop me a comment. And I am ill prepared. I don't know what to ask you to drop a comment about. Tell me what you're doing on the weekend. Just tell me what you're doing on the weekend. And I can tell you that on the weekend, on Saturday, I will be doing the draw. And I will look to put it up on Sunday afternoon. So, yep, stay tuned. You'll find out Sunday afternoon who the 3 winners were. You can enter on all 3 if you want to. You just need to go back through the videos that I've already recorded this month and find the ones that are giveaway ones and do the same thing, like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff. All right, so on to the sinking funds. It is an exciting day for me. I am going to fully fund this. That is 25, 50, 75, 100, and 25, 150, 175, $200. $200 is going into the education fund. That fully funds it for the year. We'll leave that 50 for something else. So I pay for things as we go, but this signifies that I have saved up $1,000 over the year, and I have 100 sitting in the education account, and 20, 40, 60, 80, 220, 40, 60, 75, 275, and that is enough to pay the rest of school fees. And fingers crossed we won't have anything left to do this year. Here we go, ka mau te wehi. I have done it. It's good to celebrate a little bit. I am going to put that off to the side, I think. If I can find that flippin' paperclip. I can't. All right, So that's going up there. That's going back to the bank. And that's one less envelope to stuff for the rest of the year. Although, we'll see how we go. I might start stuffing it early because, you know, school starts back in January, and it's good to have a bit of money in there to do the stationery and whatnot. Vision is going to get 10 today. That's just one of those icons. And I have 300 online, so 310. I'm gunning for $500, and then, to be fair, I'll probably start all over again because I'm not even sure if $500 would cover a new prescription and glasses, but you know, it's better than a kick in the teeth. Health is going to get 5. So webinar, yes. I signed up for a webinar. It was just a YouTube live, really. I think they called it a webinar to make it sound like, you know, official. And it was to do with cost of living in New Zealand and tips and tricks for how to save money and stuff like that. Let's give Health Fund a wee count. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 40, 55. You know what? I might do it like that because it's going to be easier to count. So yeah, I went so that you didn't have to. The TLDR on that was we're doing everything right. If you've got a budget, big tick. You don't have to cash stuff if you don't want to. I like to do it. It just works for my brain. 15 into dental. Like a total dope. I'm out of 5s. Bear with. Right, I said 15 in dental. So I can colour that one off because it really had 10 on it. They're 25 a tooth. So yes, have a budget. There was stuff in there about looking at your mortgage, and I can't really talk to that because I'm not a financial advisor and I don't have a mortgage. I have had a mortgage and I understand, you know, different money personalities could use different mortgage structures like revolving and stuff. Don't get a revolving if you're a bit of a spendy person. Dental has got 100, 200, 350, 60, 75. 375, and I am off to the periodontist this afternoon. I'm recording this in the morning, but yeah, I'm going to feel a bit banged up this afternoon, so it's good to get this out of the way. Pet fund. I am doing 35 in the pet fund, and sadly that is going to get spent pretty quick because we need some pills and potions for my elderly cat. Alright, so 100, 200, and 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. Ooh, very close. What else did they talk? Oh, they talked about briefly. I had Brad Olsen on there. If he's on the news often, and he was talking about how, yeah, just remembered I haven't cleaned off my car tracker. It's not getting anything. It's got $5 in it. Whoopity-doo. Tech isn't getting anything. Subscriptions is not getting any love either. Yeah. So that Olsen fella, he's like an economist, and he was going on about how, you know, we shouldn't expect butter to be capped or to be any cheaper because then we would lose loads of jobs. And I'm like, oh, hold on. Only 5% of New Zealand made butter is sold in New Zealand. So like a discount of 5% of your output. Only 5% of your output being discounted would mean people would lose their jobs. I mean, how are these farmers running their businesses? That as a person that's run a business, that doesn't make, that's not a thing. Like, oh, anyway, birthdays. It's going to get $20. Fantastico. It has 130 now. Plus, sorry, you probably can't see this, but it's boring. I'm just filling in my tracker. It's going to keep pushing on birthdays. I feel like we're a little bit behind, but that's okay because I am fully funding Christmas today, and that will help. That'll be one less envelope to stuff in this binder, and it means that I can, you know, like work a little bit more on the other one. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. $20, $40, $60, $80, $120. Now, I hope I've done my maths right. I really, really hope I've done my maths right. Let's do it that way. So, in the bank, there is 500, 650, 660, 680, 800, and 20, 40, 60, 800, no, 780. Let's start again. So, in the bank, there is 500, 600, 650, 660, 680, 720, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, I thought it was $20 out. I'm going to chuck another 20 bucks in, and that makes us $800 square. And you guessed it, this is going away. Well, it's going into the bank. And I can put another fully funded in there. Smashed it like the avo on my toast. No. Sorry, that just tickles me. Travel is going to get $100. If you remember, I took that out of my Egypt binder. Money I saved towards holidays. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so it should be 600, 250, 350, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 600. And yes, I will change those trackers around. You can swap all of those out. Like so. And this stuff is going back into travel, so I'll just put that on there so I remember where it's going. I do have an event coming up with my daughter, plus we're doing camping at the end of the year, so I am pushing to get money into that. $30 is going into events. So that takes us up to 100. $10, $20, whoops, $30, $20, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. And I am repaying myself straight away for tickets. To the November thing. So what have I got left? 10, 20, 30, 40, $50. Hello whānau, it's Editing Neen here, At this point, I have more money left in my tray than I had expected to have. But like a total professional, I am making plans to spend that money on the fly. Just know that $40 was miscounted and should have been in my education fund. And I'm just going to have to make that up next week because I don't want to take it back out of these funds I'm about to stuff. It's just too sad. I'm going to put 10 into Worthy. So I have 250, 60, 75 in there. I'm going to do 5 into Lala. There we go. So she has 250, 350, 360. Five into Squirrel. 250, 320, 30. I could have put that in Squirrel Savings, but it's fine. So I've got 10, 20, 30 left. So I can colour off that one and do 20 on this one. Cool. Down to the second row. That is good. So I have 100, 200 in the bank for emergency funds, 220, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70. So yeah, only $30 to go to get to that next $100. So I should be able to get that done next month and put it in. And last but not least, we're down to Cents Make Sense. Oh, $8 today. And that is available. It's over here. When I get this one completely finished, I've already taken a little bit out of it because I filled up Pearl. I will more than likely put it in my emergency savings, or if I've managed to get that up to $1,000, I'll put it in my 1 month ahead. But yeah, this is just a really painless way to get a little bit of savings behind you, but it does take a while. And I will say, Pearl feels like she's up to about here maybe. I can see the gold through the slot, so that's good. We are getting somewhere with that. All right, thanks for being here. Don't forget to tell me what you're up to on the weekend. And if you are publicly subscribed and you've liked the video, then you'll be entered in the draw to win a $50 voucher. Go and spend it on anything in my shop. And spoiler alert, pretty much everything I do is $50 or less. You'll be able to get, you know, a box challenge or one of these guys, or one of these things with the scratch offs or scratch offs. There's so much to choose from. I try and keep my prices down to make this accessible to people. Yeah, but I do spend a lot of time putting them together. So I appreciate everyone who has the extra dollars and that can spend on that, or who can spend on being a channel member that's over at Buy Me a Coffee. Look guys, I really appreciate you. All I found out with that webinar was things are tough. It's just reiterating stuff that I already knew about budgets and about buy the specials, no new advice. And also, there's only 2 things to be done on a meta level. It's either increase your income or reduce your expenses, or a bit of both. And in today's economy, it's really hard to get a job. People aren't getting the pay rises that match inflation. That's the sad truth of it, and I'm really sorry to tell you that there's no easy solution for us as humans to be able to make us feel a bit better. But I am super grateful for all of your support, and I am super grateful for the money that I have to stuff in these envelopes. And I just try and focus on providing good experiences and good food as much as I can to my kids and myself. All right, sorry to be a bit of a downer about it. I better go because now I'm waffling. Mā te wā.